cats cannon low. We spill the tea, we spill the wine. Had the stories it goes in half a mind. We laugh, we cry, we overshare too long. Podcast now every now, just double the crutch. Double trouble live, it's twice the mess. Double trouble live, no stress, just yes. We got hot takes, bad breaks, and zero two. Double trouble live, coming at you for the thrill. Oh yeah, double trouble live.
Is he awake?
Barely.
Barely.
Well, I got up early because we were supposed to do Keeneland because we wanted to see our SoCal friend who came and visited us at Santa Anita this winter at Keeneland, but unfortunately she was a scratch.
Yeah. Like,
But first, you want to introduce the show? I mean, come on.
I suppose we should. Double Trouble Live, live at Oaklawn. Like and subscribe so we can get that out of the way because we always forget by the end of the show. We never actually even said it.
Yeah, we should have it like a little egg timer. Every time it goes off, it's like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
I don't mind the pivot today, Frank, because despite what we've said, Oaklawn does exactly what we want.
Yeah.
You know, we got high minimum, low takeout bets. And
yeah,
we showed that on the show on Friday with the difference with the lower takeout at Keeneland. You lost money on the win parlay. And even yesterday with a price, you didn't make much more than you normally did. I mean, if there's anything to go, it has to be high minimums with the low takeout. That's the magic formula right there, I think.
Yeah, look, the Oaklawn racing is good. It's competitive, and it's great value for us horse players. We give them a little stick on the show only because they really haven't embraced it from a marketing standpoint, which is unfortunate. So their pool sizes aren't what they should be, but you know what? It was their first year rolling it out. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but that's neither here nor there. This is a really tough sequence, man.
You think this? Did you see what it paid yesterday, Frank?
I did not.
The pick 3 paid $32,000 for 3 bucks.
At Oaklawn?
At Oaklawn. They had two months.
Wow, really.
And I did the win parlay. The win parlay was 9,100 or something like that. So, and then I think it was like 75% more on the double versus at the other track. They did have a big price, in the middle of their sequence.
Yeah.
And they did have a consolation payout, but it wasn't even the double paid 95, for the $1 equivalent was the parlay. 112 is what it actually paid. So, the higher price makes it where they can't cover all the angles. That's the edge right here. Low takeout, high minimums.
Yeah. We'll stick around after the show and talk more about that if anyone has any questions or anything like that. But Kieran, I know you like to get down to business. Let's go. We have 20 minutes.
21 minutes. And I'll put my bets up. I'm already going to pivot, and I literally just put my picks up. So I'm already getting ready to
pivot.
And just simply because I looked at the will pays going in here, and I do not have the number 7. And the number 7 I looked at the pick 3, Frank, going into this leg. The 7's paying $25.61. The 4, that's the 7 and 2, is paying $37. The 10, I'm actually. Let me refresh.
Will pays with the 7 in race 7.
I'm gonna refresh. It might be where.
Yeah, you're way off, dude. Because the 7.
Okay, so I'm on TVG. Maybe they've already started pulling the wires out on that site.
Well, I would be shocked, but let me check. Maybe it is.
No.
Maybe it's super sneaky money.
No, it wasn't. It was some. I don't know what that was. It happened. That's actually every show for the last week. I gotta refresh every time, and the reason I do it's just so easy to look at their interface. Right now, the 4 is paying $37.20, Frank. Next highest.
This is the pick 3, right?
Pick 3, yeah.
Okay.
Next highest is the 8 at 78, the 2 at 80.
Oh, the 11.
Oh, I didn't even see the 11 there at 76. So yeah, I mean The 4 is pretty dominant, and then we've got 3 other horses vying for second place.
Yeah,
I mean,
4, 8, 11, 4, 8, 11, 2, right? Is that the order?
Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm looking at.
And 4, 8, 11, 2. Yeah, they have it like it's a 4-horse race, right? But let's see the double. That's the pick 3, right? Sometimes
Double though is dominant on the 4 at $10. Then we go to the 2 at $20.50, and the 11 at 24,
but
8 at 36. So I mean, it's all, there's nothing sneaky out of that. You know what I mean? Those are the 4 choices everyone's landing on in this race. And I had those.
What is the chief gambling officer landing on? Who does he like? That's what everybody wants to know. I still can't believe you had that horse the other day at Keeneland, the Turfway Park horse, that 3 horse. I still can't believe it. I went back and looked at it again, and I go, I could have picked 11 horses in a 10-horse race, and I still wouldn't have picked that horse.
And it simply was, I thought it might be a tough race, and like I said, when I have a horse in there, and it was a spread ticket where the horse showed the most speed in the last race, and it's coming off all weather, going to dirt, I like it. If that had been a turf race, I would have hammered more money on it too, Frank.
Wow.
So that's just the angle I like when I'm looking.
Well, I actually found that speed figure that you talk about in the Optics EQ Optics Notes platform, the platform Optics Notes. So I am going to start using that religiously. So when you say, Frank, why do you like this horse? I'm going to go Hara for Jara, Lee for AA for KK, top last speed, top risk rating, fastest horse in the race. Lock it up. All right, what do we got? 4, 5, 6 for you?
Yeah, I mean, 4 is, if you
11,
told me
12, 11, 2, 12 also, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did spread as well. The favorites win this race 29% of the time. 12 winners have been over 5-1, and my notes in capital was, what a bad race, aka that's why I'm tight, but I'm spready as well.
But that's below, right? Because favorites on the whole win what, like 37% of the time?
Yeah, so it is below, and the fact that, I mean, look at the conditions. When we read and looked at the horses in here, I was like, yeesh, tough.
But hold on, let me see, because I'm very similar to you in ticket structure, but I use 11, 2, 4, 3, 5, 8. 11, 2, 4. So you don't have my 3 or 8, and I don't have your 6 or 12. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at Spirit Rules, sharp work first off the claim. It ended up being, Frank, I didn't want to hit the all ball in it. So I was like, even though I'm using a bunch of horses, I couldn't go any more down the rabbit hole because I liked some of the ones I had in here. Kind of, I mean.
Well, could you tell me about the 6 and the 12? Because I did not use those horses.
Yeah, so I mean, in order of preference in this race, Frank, I went 4, 5, 6, 11, 2, 12 is my preference in here. I put 4 as top.
Right.
5 second.
But I have all of those except for the 6 and the 12. Convince me on those two.
Call them all, drops multiple classes and switches to dirt. Trainer is 10 of 19 doing this for a profit and 63% in the money. Must use and use on exotics as well. So, it might be a horse where he doesn't win, but if for you guys who like doing those tries and, all the other funky little bets, I think it's absolutely a horse just simply based on the trainer's stats because he knows what he's doing when he does this move. Simple as that. And it's not a small sample size. Sometimes you go, well, he's 25% and he's 40%, but it's 10 races. This is 19 races, so pretty hefty sample size for what the trainer's doing.
Yeah, and I mean, coming out of much tougher turf races, but I went back and looked. I don't know what to make of that Canterbury form, even though it's a higher level. Probably not nearly as good as this. But to your point, I mean, this is what the trainer's good at, so I get it. And what about the 12?
Well, the race lens also gives that call them all. It's top power rating, so that's when I see that, I look to see why, but that's just whatever their algorithm came up with, and I've learned over the years.
Dave's also using your 6.
Yeah, so I've done that, and over the years I found even if I don't see a reason, if Brisnet or Racelands kind of have that as a high rating, I got to throw it on a ticket somewhere because I've lost so many tickets when I didn't, even if it didn't make sense. The 12, for that one, let's see. drops in class and gets in super light at 111 pounds. If there was anything I learned at Franklin last year, it was don't discount the weight break. I know we're only going 6 in this race, but
but with cheap horses, that 111.
Yeah, they did
unbelievably
everything. They did everything to get this lower price in here. So I was like, yeah, I got to throw that one in.
Well, I might have to pivot with the 6 and the 12, but let's go through the rest of your ticket, because if we agree on the same horses in the next 2 legs, I could be skinny because I don't want to spend more. I'm already spending more than I wanted to. Like, I'm already at 126 because I had a hard time narrowing it down.
I thought the next leg, I could just, if I wanted to be, and I could be happy that if it doesn't hit, I get my tickets blown up. The number 6 Street Painter, I thought, ran second here last out. The jockey is on a heater right now, and you know how they say at certain tracks when these jockeys heat up, just ride the wave till they don't. And if I had to single a horse in this race, this would be the horse.
Which one number? What number?
Number 6, Street Painter.
I was just gonna say, so the 4, who's the favorite in race 7, to the 6 in the next, the double is paying $7.
Yeah,
that
so
horse is hammered right now.
Dominant, and
okay.
It's also one of those Arkansas breds, and we've talked about on the show. Keep an eye out. Sometimes you'll find, but I couldn't find anything really sneaky out of that race. But I did spread as well. I mean, I liked Rasmussen starting to heat up right now. That number 10, third off the layoff.
Here, I think, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt because this is very important because it's a wagering thing. I think it's taken us 8 months, but I think we've kind of found the secret sauce on how to play these bets, where you can single on one ticket in the first leg, spread on another ticket in the first leg, because on that spread, you're coming back with a single in second leg, but on the single, you're spreading. So
yes,
see what I mean? Like you could take a stand in each race, but also spread in each race on different tickets.
And then we probably get an argument with some of the old school guys, and I'm like, when I do a bet, I expect to win all of the bets. And what we've learned from doing the show and doing you have to be strategic. You only need, I mean, it's crazy. We're doing 3 bets. Let's say, the all-turn. We're not doing that today, but we're doing 3 bets. All we need to do is hit on one. And it usually, if we're correct, pays a lot. And then when we're really lucky, our logical single that we've spread across hits and we get it multiple times. But I think
multiple times. Exactly. Back in the day, you'd play, I mean, I would play 2 by 1 by 2, and I played for $10. But this is so different, and I don't think a lot of people really understand that. The wagering strategy and the ticket structure in these sequences is of paramount importance because the payouts are so good, and you can be creative. So I just wanted to make that point because even though I may have different horses than Kieran, we are structuring our tickets very similarly. The first one's a little bit of a caveman, but then I come back and I single the 11 in the last, and I go tight, single the 11 again. I'm covering different combos, but I'm with you. In leg 2, the 6 is my top pick. So I'm going to pivot 6-12 with 6. How about the last leg?
The last leg.
I hope you like the 11.
I ended up I thought the 9 was a better horse, but I went 9-11 because it wasn't a,
okay. 9-11. So I can do 6-12. I'm sorry. I want to get my bet in. The two horses that you have in the first leg that I don't are the 6 and the 12. So here's my pivot: 6-12 with our top pick in the middle leg, the 6, and then you like the 9 and 11, and I'm 11-7-9. So I can just do 11-9. So that's 2 times 2, 4 times 3. That's $12. I'll put that up while you analyze the race.
Yeah, I mean, and also in that last race, I do have a ticket, but you can come back and correct it on the. I did like a couple of prices in that race. In the last, it was number 2, Peralta, 20-1. One last out of the giant price at 5.5, and my notes were use on a backup ticket, which is what I did. And then the 4 drops in class, 1-2 back. And the jockeys won for this trainer on a long shot backup ticket. So that's why I've got the 2 and the 4 as my price horses in that last leg. But I really thought it was one of those races. It's either going to be the 9 or the 11. And they've run this particular race, the last race, Frank, 8 times. The favorite has won 6 of those, and 7 of the 8 were under 5-1. So it might be fool's folly chasing a price in the last based on the stats that it's usually pretty formful. It's either going to be the 9 or 11.
I do not have your 2 or 4.
Well, what I was saying is I'm probably tossing my money away because that last race, pretty much the stats and those 2 horses say it should be 9-11.
Yeah, but I mean, my point is my handicapping didn't even come up with that. If you look,
Okay.
on my spread, I have 11, 7, 9, 6, and I don't have it in one of my wagers, but my B's in that race were the 10 and the 8. So I didn't even list your 2 or the 4. But you know what? You can talk about that because I could pivot in the double. I don't need to.
That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to throw it out there for the people who are, putting their ticket together. Like, why did you like that one? Now it's a little late. But we still got a little bit of time. We got 9 minutes, so that's good.
Yeah. So
second, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, like, this is what we do on the show. We share information, and you guys too. You guys do a great job giving information. And then we could look at everything, and Kieran's talking about 2 horses in the first leg that I didn't have, and 2 horses in the last leg that I didn't have. But the beauty of the $3 late pick 3 and $5 double is that I could pivot in the pick 3 and use the 2 horses here to start it off, and then I could wait for the late double and look what the 6, our single, pays to the 2 horses I don't have. So this is when we talk about handcuffing the bets. Yeah. This is exactly what we mean, right?
And we can also see when we get to that middle leg, did the pick 3 money see the same thing that we saw on the prices and whatnot, or are they just laughing and going, we'll take your money, sucker?
So here's my pivot, Kieran. So I'm using the 6 and the 12 of yours that I didn't have, singling the 6, and then I'm using my top pick, the 11, and your top pick, the 9. Because you also like the 11.
And which horse of yours do I not have?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll look through it.
Kidding. No, so here, leg 1, I think now we have all this. I have all of our horses, but you do not have my. Let's put yours up. You do not have. Let me tell you, I have it. In the first leg, I have 11, 2, 4, 3, 5, 8.
I do not have the 3 or the. I do not have the 3 or the 8. The 3 I just said sharp work, first off the claim. Sultry Kitten 12-1 drops in class. Not like I said, don't use them. All right, so my pivot might be.
If you want, you don't have to.
No, I mean, I even wore the shirt. I'm trying to bring. I mean, we're
It is Frank Lawn, so you're yes. Any other track, you don't want to be Frank. At Frank Lawn, you absolutely want to be me because I hit again on Friday. I've hit every show we did Oak Lawn. I'm gonna have to just start a show with Steve-O and just do Oak Lawn, me and him.
All right. Day off.
You know you're just gonna run second to my horse anyway.
Probably yes. That's inevitable. It's just the way it is.
No, but that Friday was great because you hit Keeneland and then I hit Oak Lawn. So everybody won. And the DTL crew won, everything like that. So are you going to pivot and use the 2 horses that I know that you don't?
Yeah, my pivot's going to be $12 just like you. So I'll put it in. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, and let me look at the middle leg. We both agree that the 6 is the top pick. And you have 12, 10, 3, 9, and I have 12, 10, 3, 4, 5. I do not have the 9, but I think we can deal with that when it comes to the double.
Yeah, and I think I'm okay spending this here now, and like we said, we can adjust on the double if we're just trying to get out of this first leg, and then we'll get to see the pays. We'll get to see what's going forward and backwards.
Exactly, more information. I find also with they don't have the all turf here, but at Santa Anita, you want to spread as much as possible in the first legs because you can then come back. You're alive, right? You can go spread in the first leg, tight, or whatever your ticket can afford because the middle leg of the all turf is the start of the late pick 3, and then you could use different horses, and then same thing. The second is the start of the late double. So this is the concept we're trying to teach people. And believe me, we figured this out ourselves doing the show with you guys. It's not something that we're like, this is our strategy. This is something that has evolved and will continue to evolve.
Our strategy was vastly different, and we keep hammering it home on the show. If you think you know everything about racing, you're fooling yourself. You always got to try and learn something new and look at some new information and look at it a different way, because in this new AI world, they're looking at every possible combination. You always got to be trying to adjust what you're doing.
It's an AI world, and you're an AI girl.
Well, hey, Frank, Mark hit the casino and then he took off. We're going to get a report from live from Oaklawn. You want to see it?
Yeah, I thought he went to the
Mark Gelding, intern for Double Trouble Live, reporting from Oaklawn Park. Woo! What a race!
Yep. So then.
Oh my God, that's true. Because if you look at their website, they're like, first 10 people will receive a chance to win $1,000 at the casino.
I mean, it is a racino. So you know what he did? He took that money and.
Let's just talk about handicapping right now.
All right.
And wagering strategies. So Jay, let me put Jay's ticket up real quick so we can share that with everybody again. 4, 5, 6. So he's spready here. He's singling the 6 and the nightcap. Wow.
6.
I like it. Bold and beautiful. I do not even have. Oh no, I have the 6 as my 4th A.
My notes for the 6, slow. So maybe it'll be fast today. Maybe it's.
They're all slow.
Yes, but this one was extremely slow. Let me see what it is.
You're like,
it did finish third, but yeah.
You're like first worst speed, first worst closing kick.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not saying nope anymore. How about that?
No, I that was, and what's crazy, Frank, that small adjustment, like even on the Keeneland one on Friday, I probably initially would have done nope and then not gone back and looked again, but I didn't write a whole lot. And then when I went back and looked again, I was like, oh, so.
Yeah, Karen, how we joke about, like, I write a novel about the X's and my A's are like one sentence. And I really believe that is the way to do it. It might be frustrating to read all that and then get an X, but I have to make a strong case to X out a horse. If I just go X and you just go nope, and then the horse wins, you go back and look at it and you're like, well, why didn't I like the horse? You know what I mean? So like, I like to put that on paper, because if I'm going to tell people this horse has no chance, I have to tell them why. I don't need to tell them why they used the 2-to-1 shot,
I mean, to give you an example on that, Frank, on race 8, there was a horse, number 9, Woodruff, 20-1. And when I first looked at that, I would have went, no. And let me write some notes. So I was like, won the debut at this distance in October at Keeneland.
Right. Cedillo
rides and has ridden all 4 races.
Okay.
However, Cedillo is 0 for 15 for this trainer the last 60. But
so race 8, what number horse? Because I actually would like to look at it while you're talking.
Number 9, Woodruff in race 8.
Okay.
Third off the layoff.
Can you start over?
Won the debut at this distance in October at Keeneland. Cedillo rides and has ridden all 4 races. However, Cedillo's cold for this trainer right now, 0 for 15 the last 60 days. Third off the layoff. The trainer's 26% sprint throughout, outside post. So Cedillo stayed on this horse, even on the jump-in class, and he would have. I think he was on another 1 or 2 horses previously in this race. So I was like, you know what? For a race where it could be crazy if the 6 doesn't win.
I would say those are actually all really, really good notes, except that one negative stat. But everything else is really positive.
I mean, there was a lot. We've landed on some prices where we've had a lot of stats. We're like, wow, this trainer's 0 for 40, but eventually they're going to win something. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the business.
Here's why I didn't use the horse. And again, maybe I'm being stubborn, but
we're 0 minutes, Frank. But they're
I'm watching. They're still behind the gate. They're still behind the gate. Once they get a little closer, I'll shut it down. But just real quick, I do not like to bet 3-year-olds this time of year against older horses. I know this horse has faced older horses before. And I take that all the way, really like halfway through Del Mar. I still use that angle, especially if they're the favorite or especially if they're carrying close to equal weights, even more so with young fillies. I just think it's a very hard thing to do. There are exceptions, but to me, if I'm on the fence about a horse and I see like this horse, I looked really closely. I'm like, you know what? 3-year-old filly against older horses, not for me today. Not saying she can't win. You actually had some really, really good suggestions for her, but that's just one of my angles. And everybody has their thing, right? Like you're like top best speed. You're gonna usually include it, and if you don't include it, you're gonna have a good reason why you didn't, right? I mean,
Yep.
so.
I mean, and again, it just went back to this was a race where we didn't have a whole lot of stats. Similar races was only been 3, so I really couldn't go off that either.
All right, you know what? They're approaching the starting gate. I know sometimes our feed's a little slower than everybody else's, so why don't we just break here,
All right.
enjoy the race. We pretty much have everything covered, so let's hope we get out of here alive. All right, they're loading. Good luck, everybody.
Really nice song.
The 8 was on my B ticket. I needed that 11 or the 4.
Yeah,
How about you? What did you have?
that was my pivot, the 3-8 ticket.
Oh, you didn't have the 8.
I did
Okay,
not have
good.
the 8 at all.
Here on. This is why
Okay.
we do the show.
El pivote.
See, when I pivot and use Kieran's picks, I might as well just light my tickets on fire and throw them in the dumpster. When he pivots, he uses my pick. But look, it would have been so much better if the 11 or 4 had
Oh,
won, because
yeah.
look at the spread I have on all those. I'm tight now, 6-12, and I need my 11 single, but I'm okay because we can look at the 6-12, and then we can look at the double pays. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I did it that way. But wow, the 8 was my 6th choice in that race.
I mean, it was essentially it was my 7th choice, Frank, and because you liked it, I put it in. You know.
Oh yeah, Gallardo. Remember the old race caller at Tampa? He goes, Edgar Zayas and Gallardo. Yeah, you know what? I actually think I pivoted before the show because I'm looking at this horse now, and this horse was not originally on my radar. The trainer's like 0 for $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, and this jockey was over for whatever, but they did put a sharp work in and dropped in class. I mean, and there's another over that gets a win.
I'm trying to think.
Eventually, these guys, get the wins. It's just when you're on them.
But the horse took money, right? 12-1 on the morning line. What did it go off at? The 8.
10-1.
Oh.
Oh no,
sorry,
wrong race. It went off at 9-2.
Yeah, they hammered that horse. So.
Yeah. And actually, the double, that was one of the lower ones on the double, Frank. It was 1, 2. It was the 3rd choice on the double.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the most basic handicapping.
Yeah, and it was the
huge
3rd
class
choice.
drop. That's it. Huge class drop. The trainer needed a win. He's 0 for 31. 1 for 45 on the year. He needed to get a win.
And it was the 3rd, 4th choice on the pick 3. So yeah, and look, they proved the case because the horse won. We are official. Let's see where the money is right now. So let's start with the pick 3, Frank.
Okay.
Pick 3.
We're looking at the will pays for race 8.
The 12 is the favorite on the pick 3 at 73.80, Frank. That is the dominant.
I have the 12. My top choices are 6-12.
That is dominant favorite because the next.
Yeah. How much was that?
$73. I'm going to refresh again because that seems super light.
Lady Woo Pig. If that isn't an Arkansas name for a horse, I don't know what is. It is an Arkansas race.
73.80 for the 12, Frank. Then the next highest is the 6 at 164 and the 3 at 184. Wow.
That's
dominant.
Huge discrepancy. Let me look at optics and see what the double like.
In the double, Frank, it is also the favorite at 24.90. The 6 is 32.90. The 3 is 36.
That's a little closer, right? That's a little closer.
But it's still like 30%. Like it got interesting.
Looks like the 5 took some money, right?
Yes.
And I'm looking, and then so on optics, can you confirm with the will pays? It's 12, 6, 5, 10, 3.
I have on the double 12, 6, 3.
5? Oh,
no,
3?
sorry.
Okay.
3, 10, 5.
Wow, okay.
My
But
Queen
the 12 and
Mallard.
the 6 are heads and shoulders above the rest where the money is. But in the pick 3, it's like significant difference, right?
Correct. Yes. Like shockingly more than I thought it would be. I thought 6 would be dominant. But again, this is a long distance race. I forgot what the stats were at Oakland. You want to be inside or outside? I can't remember on the long distance one. I think inside though. I'm looking right now. We had the stats earlier, but we blew it away.
Inside, but then you want to be outside. Everything was.
Oh, here it is. Route races, inside posts, dominate, posts 1, 2, 3. Winning 40%.
Right. But then I think they eventually get outside for the far
Yes,
turn.
when they get into the
They
turn.
take ground early, and then they tip out and make that swooping move. It's a mile and a 16th. That's funny.
Like
This is kind of a condition they run in California, the state bred optional claimer N1X. What did you have? Do you have anything on the 12? I got to put your ticket back.
I have top speed at the distance, ran second last out.
Right. You have 612. I'm looking at your first ticket
Yeah.
in order.
Yeah, so I went, 612 was how I put this race in order. Yes.
And what are you alive? You're just single to the 6 on
Yeah,
your
I'm
pivot, right?
Yeah, I'm single to the 6, so I'm going to have to come back. And this was the double
Yeah.
that I came up with earlier. I didn't add it to the screen, but I'll put it in the comments now.
Yeah, put that in the comments because I want to roll through the comments now so then we can, it's still early. We'll wait for the money to show up. We got a shout out to our peeps, DTL Crew. They're not watching the Masters, they're watching us. Shout out to Mike Whalen, who was on before the show even started and said, I had 7-7. I asked Mark Gelding to do one thing before he's like, oh, I got a stomach ache. I got to leave early. He hit 7 twice. He was supposed to go 7-6. So thank you, Mike. Really appreciate that. Let's keep rolling through. Again, Jay. Speaking of Falcon, second leg of Keeneland. Okay, yeah. Jay also put his Keeneland pick 3 up. I don't know what's going on over there, but Ironman Cal's coming up, right? Can we watch that? Oh, 8 minutes, right?
Cal is coming up.
Yeah, I think we can watch. Let's monitor that while I go through the comments because someone asked.
And the
us
scratches, I did not like. I mean, I had when we originally did our bets, Frank. I had Ironman Cal like way down my ticket, but my top two choices were the 9 and the 10.
And they
scratched out, and that actually is very, very beneficial to Ironman Cal. I would not be shocked. I can see it now.
Well, what's up with Clever Mischief? I didn't look at the race. Clever Mischief was 8-1 on the line, and it's 5-2.
Yeah,
that's some money. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to roll through more. Ocho, love having you on the show. RDW, appreciate everything you do. You have to follow him on X because he gives out picks for many different tracks, including overseas, and he's good. He's good. Everyone in the DTL crew is good. Dan H., he played the all-turf today. Don't know what's going on. Hope you're alive. Is this the middle leg or the last leg of the all-turf? How many races do they have today? Oh, no,
this is the last race period. I think this is their last race period.
Yeah. Jay has a question for you, Kieran. No Jaramillo theme songs today?
He's on vacation. I guess you found out he's just working in.
Breaking news. I just got the number for his agent, Tom Knust, and our executive producer is going to call him tomorrow and see if Jaramillo is going to do. He'll do a little promo, special promo for Double Trouble Live. Shout out to his Venezuelans. So let's see how it goes. All right, hey Tippy, chin up, brother. You're one of the best at those coast to coast and the multi. He was alive for stacks yesterday at Oaklawn, and he got skunked by a 30-1 in the payout leg. Today's a new day. We're gonna win today. That's the spirit, Terry. Jeff, always appreciate you, man. Loyal member of the DTL crew. So here, thoughts on Ironman Cal. You want to analyze this race real quick at Keeneland? Because
I did a detail write-up, and I'm alive on the pick 3 to the 4 and to Ironman Cal. All the scratches.
Wait, why don't we look at the page? Who are you alive to?
I'm alive to the 4. I mean, we're live $125 for the 4 and $102 for the 11 on the pick 3. All the scratch. Well, when I did this and why I didn't make it a top pick, horrible post. And the other issue, the horse just has had bad luck. Always has issues. Stumbles.
Yeah, real bad luck.
Defensive use on the ticket, very beatable here. But the horses that were going, were all my top picks in this race, all scratched out. And this is an entirely different race now. I think it really, really sets up for Ironman Cal. I think it's going to be probably a 2-horse race, but I did have prices in here. 9-10 scratched. I went the 2 I thought was interesting in here. It's another one of those crazy horses I find, Frank. Special Caliber, unless it's scratched. I mean, look, there's been so many damn scratches.
No, but you better bet win money on that.
I'm gonna bet some money. Trainers 2 of 6 first time grass for a huge ROI, and 38% on short breaks. And then my notes were, this is the kind of horse that's winning at Keeneland.
I'm gonna break the bank and do a $2 win bet on Special Caliber at 51-1.
Okay, watch the odds drop in half.
No, not at Keeneland, unfortunately. Keeneland is the track that everyone likes to complain about and still bets anyway. So, oh, it went up. My $2, I pushed it up to 53 to 1.
Well, I
But
mean,
who
and
is
the other
your top
reason,
pick in this race, Kieran?
I ended up
Capitol
giving
Hill to 5 is 2 to 1.
my
The
top
4 is
pick-
3 to 1.
my top pick was 9 scratched. My second pick was the 10 scratched. My third pick was the current favorite, the 4 at 8 to 1 morning line. Now it's 3 to 1. Then I went, but this was all. I didn't go back and modify it because we weren't doing the show and on all those scratches.
Oh, I get it.
Then
I understand.
I went
But-
9, 10, scratch, 4, 8,
Okay.
2, 12, 11. I really had Ironman Cal last, but the scratches.
Yeah. So,
Right now, I would have this race as 4-11, 8-2. Actually, what's the price on the 8?
I always think it's a bad idea to. I always think it's a bad idea. I'm not telling anyone what to do, but from my experience from doing the multi-race wagers, I always think it's a bad idea to stay involved in a race where your top 2 horses scratched, or you had a single and it scratched, because
I had 3
everything changes. 2 of your
Yeah.
horses scratch. So
3.
like that means like,
Like 3. I had a couple of monster long shots that scratched, and that, I mean, I read a lot of that, the Keeneland Gamble, the contest yesterday. That's the frustrating thing when you gamble and do all the work, and then you come in and you've got your day built around certain horses and they scratch. And I mean, look how many 19 scratches today at Keeneland. How do you
and why? They've
Yeah.
had they've had the greatest weather like in the history of Keeneland.
Yeah.
Like, why are these horses getting scratched?
And then you have stuff like this happen. Mark was at Keeneland yesterday, Frank. He's very upset. He thinks he should have won. What do you guys think?
What? Really? Oh,
He's clearly
they don't
He's
go by hair;
clearly-
they go by nose.
he's clearly past the line. He should have won that race, I think. What do you guys think? I
That
think
is
he was
great
wrong.
form. Like Pete Rose would be envious of that. If he had his arms out like Pete Rose, oh my God. Froggy Mushroom from Little Rock, Arkansas, I believe. Haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for joining us. Oaklawn Park. It's got to be your home track, right? So why don't you give us some picks, some advice? Let's get paid. All right, let's put up your double while we're waiting for Keeneland to go on, because we're going to have to do a community double, and there's 13 minutes to Oaklawn.
Yes. All right.
Do you want to look at probables while I monitor the race?
We've only got, let's see, how much do we have in the pools? We still only have 18K in the pool, Frank. I mean, we can
Okay.
look out.
Well, let me look at your picks first. 6
Okay.
with 9, 11. Hold on, let me call up my picks. 6. Yeah, I'm going to have to use that 9 because I'm only alive on my skinny ticket, single to the 11. So I'm going to have to do doubles. 6, 12 to the 9. What are those paying?
6 to the
probable.
9 is 95. 12 to
that's
the
good.
9 is 86.
Who's the favorite?
6 to the 11 is 61. 12 to the
Hmm.
11 is 59. And
59?
yeah, like Frank, I mean, these are going to change right now, but just looking at this will pay table, and there's not a whole lot of money in there. Man, if you do not like the chalky chalk, the 6 or the 12 in here, there's are some monstrous pay potentials on this double, Frank. If you can beat the chalk.
So my thing was, if it wasn't the 6 or the 12, I have 4 horses as a B. It's a scramble. So I don't think I want to spread, because I don't want to throw away money, because even if I hit this pick 3, it's probably going to be pretty light. So I'm looking at doubles using my 6-12 here to coverage in the last, because I am only alive on a single. So can you do me a favor, Kieran, and let me know the pays, the 6 to the 7?
6 to 7 is 277.
Oh, that's good. 6 to 9.
97.
6 to 6.
148.
148 and 6 to 10.
260.
Actually, I'm sorry, and 6 to 8.
749.
749. Okay. I'm going to assume the 12s are kind of similar because these are the two favorites in this race, right?
Yeah, they're kind of. Yeah,
Who's your
not.
in the last race? It's the 9, right?
I went with 9. I mean, my order of preference for that last race was 9, 11, and then I threw in my 2 crazy prices, the 2, 4.
What is the double to the 11? I have that in the pick 3. I might have to top up though. The 6, 12 to the 11.
6 is 67. 12 is 63.
Well, it's not horrible.
No, I mean, it's one of those things.
Because I have 4 A's, so I'm just going to use my A's. All right, I'm just putting my double together right now. So if you want to talk about the Keeneland race or the sequence or whatever, but I need some coverage because I'm very skinny.
No, I'm skinny too. I'll do some coverage when you're done. Anyone got any comments? Anyone got there? No comments. Let's see. Yeah.
Or we could just do it together and just do a community ticket. I mean, I don't mind lumping on the community.
Well, I mean, we're all about in this leg. You're what? What horses are you using? 6, 12. What else?
6, 12, and I'm single to the 11 because I wanted to keep my ticket down. But I have 3 other A's in that race that I like less than the 11.
You have 11 in this leg?
No, in the next.
Oh, I was talking about this leg. Who do you like?
Oh, I have 6, 12 on my pick 3.
Okay.
But my B's are 4, 3, 5, 10. But I'm gonna hope I'm wrong about the secondary contenders because I do not want to use them in my double because I need to use my A's to the horses I don't have because I only have the 11 in the last race. Does that make sense?
When I first went through this race and I was like handicapped the card, believe it or not, Frank, the number 3, I thought when I first went through, this is the 3rd horse I looked at because the number 1, crazy got here. Goal strategy, jockeys 2 for 6 for the trainer, sharp work and best speed in this race. Not saying much. And then I went down and found better speed, but as I was going through, so that's why I've got your 3 on a ticket, and it's not actually a bad price. Even on the double into this race, Frank, how we were talking about it, is the 3 did get money, and on the pick 3, the 3 is not one of those crazy price ones. It's like up there, like it's not reflecting its 8-1 morning line. So I think
that's good to know.
So the 3, I think you definitely have to have on a ticket.
In the next race or this race?
In this race, but you do. I'm saying when we're doing our community, we probably need to have that on a community.
Okay, yeah, no, because I'm not using that one in my double right now.
Okay.
So 3 times 5, that's 50. I'll be done in 1 second. I'm just going to come back and do a $5 double with my B's. That's going to be.
And then I kind of mentioned the 9 earlier. My reasoning Cedillo, but the 10 in here, Queen Mallard, Asmussen, top speed in the race. What's crazy to me, Frank, is I thought, am I looking at the right race? I hope I am. Queen Mallard. This is this race, yeah. I thought when I did my notes, Frank, the number 10, Queen Mallard here, I thought it might go off as the favorite.
I was thinking that too, actually, and I was kind of against, but I do have that horse.
Yeah, I mean, I've not been a fan
B.
of Asmussen's been kind of cold, but then I was looking back and he's starting to heat up again. And, top last race speed. I bet it goes off as a favorite even at this post. 3rd off the layout.
We missed the Keeneland race. It looks like it's going to be.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. We didn't bet it. I'm sure everyone who bet it were watching. It looks like 5-7 to me. Ironman Cal up the wood, but not quite good enough.
Wow.
That's our friend Andrew Brown. He owns a piece of that horse. LRF. Always root for those guys. So who was the 5?
Capitol Hill.
Favorite, yeah. And the 7, well, the 7 was 14-1, but all right, that's over. Let's get back to Frank Lawn. You see my double? That's what I'm doing. And just to let everybody know, the reason I'm doing that is because I have the 6-12 in my pick 3, but I'm only single to the 11 in the last leg of my pick 3. But there are other horses I like, so I'm going to come back with my 6-12 to the ones that I don't have, and I'm waiting them. The problem is, if the 6 or the 12 doesn't win, I'm out of everything. But I'm okay with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking here. I'm still shocked that this 10 is still this price. And I mean, I'm looking at I was scrolling through the will pays. Like it got no love. And I was thinking on my notes, I thought this horse would go off as favored even at the post. Third off the layoff, and my notes were the way this horse closes, Queen Mallard, I thought set up great for this race here. I mean, we've already seen horses run down.
My problem, this is a route race, right? I don't think this horse has ever routed before. Yeah, this is 8.5 furlongs. I think that's why I downgraded the horse. But Moquette is probably pretty. Yeah, he's good with that move. 16%, 348 ROI. I might just do a win bet on that horse.
Yeah.
But your top pick is the 6, and then who else in order?
In order, I went in the last leg or in this leg?
In this leg, because
I
might
went
want to do
6.
win bets if you have any long shots.
I went 6, 12, 10, 3, 9 were my picks in this race.
So you're 6, 12 also, so am I. But then 10, 3, 9. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to spend any more money than this because, I mean, I bet to reflect my opinion. So I'm going to put mine. Why don't you put your double up, Kieran, and then we can maybe talk about if you want to pivot or if we want to do a community.
I was looking. I mean, the pays are healthy. Excuse me. I was looking to see if there's one I can top up on because this payout on this double looks a lot like that $1,500 one I hit, last week. Because the pays look so good that I might be okay spending another $20 on some crazy combinations here. I'm looking to see which ones I want to do. If I'm right, I'm right, and if I'm not, whatever.
6 with 9, 11, 6 with 2. So you're basically 6 with 9, 11, 2, 4, and it looks like your backup ticket is 3, 9 with 9, 11, 2, 4. So you're basically 6, 3, 9 in this leg with 9, 11, 2, 4. So you don't have the 10.
No, I'm 6, 3, 10. Did I not put it up correct? You're missing.
That's 9. That's 3, 9.
I've got 12. Did I type it? Hang on, let me look and see.
So look at the last bet.
6
3,
with
9,
9,
11.
11. Look at the third one, 12, 10 with 9, 11, and then 3, 9. So I've got 6, 3, 9, 10, 12 out of this leg into the next on the double.
Oh, I didn't see that one at the end there. 12, 10. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And
So-
I'm topped up a little bit more, and the pays are actually nice. Like this, the 10 into the 11 is paying 110. The 10 into the 9 is paying 172, and I got it twice. So that's pretty hefty. The 3 into the 9 is paying 281. The 3 into the 11, 130. I mean, the 11 is going to be dominant favorite just looking at, around here, Frank. But
Okay.
nice pays.
Well, when you tie the bets together, unlike Keeneland, people don't care about takeout anyway. Like, what do they know? They don't know anything about
Yep.
it. So you're good with your double, or are you pivoting on something else?
I'm going to do it. The pays are so good. I was just wondering. I mean, I could just do a $5 pivot just to top up a little. 10 with 2, 4. My crazy, my price in here I thought would be favorite into the next. It cost me $10, and this 10 into the 2 is paying $15.78. The 10 into the 4 is paying $14.28, Frank. So I might be throwing away $10, but it might be $10 that if nonsense happens. And I've got all my other horses covered enough. 6 into the 11 is paying. If 6 into the 9 is 82, I'll have it 3 times, 240. I'm looking at 200 plus if it chalks out, which I'm okay with, for this sequence. But I've got opportunities to get a few $100s or maybe even a stack if the long shot's in. So I think I'm in a good spot. Do you want to do a community though?
Why don't you talk it through? Because I'm telling everyone, I'm betting the 4-horse to win because I have that 4-horse as my first B, and it's a huge price. I'm not using there's this one, CC Harbor.
CC Harbor.
Doing win place. Not a big bet, but because
this horse
in order
did
of
win.
preference, I'm 6, 12, 4, 3, 5, 10.
I mean, this horse did win at this distance 2 back, Frank, before.
Are you
And
trying to convince me on my horse?
No, I'm trying to convince myself.
I know why I picked the horse.
I know. I'm trying to convince myself about throwing.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's trying to sell me on a horse I just bet. I like it. Give me confidence.
4
But
with
Kieran,
9.
I'm also gonna do a 3, 5, 10 with 11. My top pick in the last. I am doing a little. This isn't a pivot. This is actually a little bit of a hedge. But go ahead. Keep talking.
I think these are okay because again, sometimes people laugh and they're like, "You're throwing away your profit here." But the way we're looking at it, if it chalks out, we're going to make a little bit of money, but not much. But when we look at the pays, if we see some chaos out there, my word, $1,500, $1,400 for a $10 bet, I'll take that gamble.
You can't do this in any other pool. You can only do it here because it's a low takeout and a high minimum, right?
Yeah, we can see what's going on right now, and especially I like a horse in the next, I think it's a 2-horse race unless there's utter chaos on the next, and even that, using your 4 into the 9, Frank, for $5 is paying $1,233. The 4 into the 11 is paying $529, and it's a $10 bet, so I think I'm okay with that. And we save money not gambling and losing at the other tracks.
How about the 3? I have the 3. That's why I did that pivot double, because I have the 3 as my 4th choice. And look at the money the 3 is 5-2 off an 8-1. What do you have on that?
Oh, I remember earlier when we got on here, I said, Frank, when I was writing this up.
Oh, the 3.
I thought this one would be the favorite. I was like, jockey's 206. Best speed in the race, not saying much, but that was what I said.
Yeah, I remember you talked about that horse for sure. But do you have that horse covered in anything?
I have it in a double. I've got 3-9 into 9-11-2-4 just for $5. So it's probably not going to pay as much now because it took money.
I'm doing this here. Just putting in my double pivoting bet. I had to come back and use that 3.
0 minutes, Frank. We're at 0 minutes. Get your bet in.
Yep, I just hit it. Accepted. Imagine that. A horse playing show that gambles. You know what, guys? From now on, we're going to come up with 2 minutes and take a race 7. We like 3, 5, 8, 12, 14. And race 8, we like 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. And figure it out yourselves.
I mean, we handicap till the sun's, but look at all the scratches. Things change. And the beauty about these pools is the double and the pick 3, we could see where the money's going in and going out. And that kind of gives us an edge on. And you can look at your potential pays. And some people might go, not worth it. I'm going to take my money and go home. Me, I'm like, I'm going to spend $20 and maybe some craziness happens like last week. And I get chaos that pays me $1,500.
So here's Jay's. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's the other thing. Look, it's nice to share handicapping information because we miss a lot of things. And that's fine. They're loading. But our audience doesn't need to watch 8 podcasts on who somebody likes in these races. You guys are smart. You do your own work, and then you supplement with the show. All right, they're loading. Good luck. I had to look to make sure I had the 10 on something. You talked about how the 10 was your favorite. It should have been favorite. What does that say? Hold on.
I'm changing my shirt. Can I be Kieran from Frank?
I'm alive.
Pivot.
No, we both thought that horse would have been favored, but I had it. Let me see. Let me look at my order. My A's were 6. Wow, that was my 4th B. 4, 3, 5, 10. Wow. But I'm alive because I pivoted. I know you're probably alive to something, but I'm out of my pick 3.
I'm out of the pick 3 too, but I'm alive to on a $10 double, Frank, to the 9 and the 11, and a $5 double to the 2 and the 4. The crazy prices. So
hold on. Your pivot's out, right? So your original one is here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the $10 double, 10 with 911. Is that it?
Yeah, but then those.
Oh, you're back up here. And
when I used your 4 to 911, when we were talking about how the pays were so good, I was okay spending, $20 to cover some.
So what is this? 10 with 2 and 4?
Yes.
So
I was typing it up.
Let me write this down. You're alive to the 2, the 4, the 9, and the 11?
Correct.
And the 2 and the 4 are for 5. The other ones are for 10?
Correct.
Because we're going to look at pays in a second. I'm only alive. Back up, pivot, edge to the 11 for $5.
Yeah,
so I hope the 11 wins, so I cash, and then Kieran.
Yeah, I mean the 11 ended up drifting up, Frank. Like the probables off the 10 into the 11 was paying 99, into the 9 was paying 191, into the 2 1391, into the 4 1377.
That was before it became. It's not official yet, is it, or is those official?
That's before it became. Yeah, but they are super fast here at Oakland. They don't even wait to weigh the jockeys. They're like, official.
Well, that's because they didn't hire Mark Gelding to do it by Pony Express like Keeneland. Well, at least I know the 11 in the imputed odds on optics. The 11 is a pretty decent favorite, 1.81, and then the 9 is second choice at 3.71. So I'm gonna have a 6-5 shot to cash me out. What could possibly go wrong? Right? I mean, every time you need a favorite, they don't do it for you.
No, I mean it is. Trying to find.
Oh, it is official now. Excuse me.
Yeah, they did it really, really quick.
Well, they must not use United Tote because that's what Keeneland uses, and they've had delays like every day. they had a horse going to the winner's circle, and the odds dropped from 8-1 to 4-1 on the way to the winner's circle, or something like that. I'm making the numbers up, but
yeah, it's crazy.
Pretty.
I mean, this was the video we come up with. I mean, Frank, another show he's never. I didn't actually watch Friends, but that was such a famous scene, Frank, that I knew about it. So I went looking for it. When I sent it to Frank, he's like, "What the heck is this? I don't get it." He's like, "They're saying it wrong in the video." I'm like, "Oh my god, he obviously doesn't know." Pivot. Well, Frank, mute. If you've got the bingo card, Frank is on mute.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
I didn't touch it. He muted me on purpose.
I did not touch it.
Kieran, our favorite North Korean dictator, who doesn't like anything. If you give him a free hot dog, he's going to say, "Well, why can't I have 2?"
Yeah.
Because 34% of the $3 late pick 3 handle at Oakland came from CAWs. This wager handles about 1% of the total handle for the day, and they can't leave the CAWs out for the horse players. He may or may not be right, but we'll do the parlay at the end, and we'll see.
Say that again. So he's saying Oakland is CAW? Is that what he was saying?
You muted me.
Huh? Oh, at Keeneland?
No, I was just muted. No, Oakland. 34% came. He may or may not be right, but we'll look at the parlays and see.
The parlays are paying substantially more on the. We went on a rant the other day. We actually need to pull some of the clips out of that on Friday. We can survive with the CAWs. You just got to play. You got to be strategic about where you play. Let them juice the pools. The tracks are never going to not use CAWs. That money's in there. It might get restricted. Yes, all the other excuses. I totally agree. I'm not for the CAWs. We got to survive. But the higher minimum bets, we can swim with them. We've shown the win parlays pay better. On Friday, the Oaklawn win parlay paid, 40% more on the $5 double. The same $1 bet at Keeneland, even though it was a low takeout, paid less. And it's all because they can cover more combinations. Simple as that.
We'll do the parlay. I mean, we've done Oaklawn before, and I think every time it's been above the parlay. Maybe the double's been like a little close to it. We'll do it because we want to be transparent. Also, the part of the reason why Santa Anita is so good is because the handle, right?
Yes.
You have 300,000 in the pool. That's not all CAW money. That is retail players, right? At Oaklawn, their pools are not very good because they don't do anything to promote the bet. So the CAWs could potentially bully the market, but we'll check it out. We'll check it out.
All right, so we can now look at what the will pays are, Frank. Let's go.
Yeah, because Jay is also alive to the 6 and the 11.
It did not change, so we're still – if the number stayed the same, Frank, the 11, $99 on the double, the 9, $141.
Well, I'm only alive to the I believe I'm just alive to the 11, so I'll probably end up losing like $60 on the day if the 9 wins, but it's better than losing 160. But you have that twice, right?
Twice, yes.
So you're 99 times 2 to the 11, and what's the 9?
The 9 is 191
times
twice.
2,
Yep.
right? And then you have the singles to the 2 and the 4. What's the 2?
1390.
Wow. Huron, let's get it done.
Yeah.
And the 4 and the 4?
4 is 1377. Not too shabby.
Let me see. Did I have them at all? In the last race, I did not have the 2 or the 4. But you know what? That doesn't matter.
And I mean, I talked about it earlier. They were just like, when I do my notes, Frank, and people who, I send them out to, sometimes like the last race, I'll go 9, 10, in order, 9, 10, 11, 12, you know what I mean? Comma, comma, comma. But when I think it's like a dominant race, I'll do like I did in this one, 9, 11, 15 spaces, 2, 4.
Comma, 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 chameleon. You come and go. All right, Tippy. Pivot in the post. He shoots, he scores. I know I have it for $5. I hope you're talking about yourself. I hope you pivoted and you cannot let the defeats bother you. If you do, you are going to go on a losing streak. You got to turn the page. You've had some really nice scores, Tippy. You're one of the best at the multi-race wagers. So let's get it done.
Oh. Frank, I didn't even notice that. With pivot in the post. Yeah, I was thinking the name of the horse was Pivot, but it's not. Peralta, but hey.
Jay right there, bingo, because Frank was on mute. Yeah, I know. All right, Tippy, you got to let it go, man. You got to let it go, brother. I understand. That's an awful beat to be up for stacks and to lose to a 30-1, but we lift each other up with the DTL crew. I had to give Kieran a dressing down when he was in a funk and a little bit of a losing streak. And to exacerbate it, I was winning. So it just compounded everything. But once we got through that, dude went on a massive win streak. So, Tippy,
it happens.
Be positive.
Like when you're celebrating your wins, and Frank's like, Kieran, why aren't you more happy? And I'm like, because I know what's coming.
You have to
winter is coming. It eventually rolls around, and then you got to survive the winter, and then you come out. And
the first month of Santa Anita, I was alive to so many things in the last leg, and I was running second every time. This happens to everybody. This is horse racing. These are animals. They're going to crush you if you let them. Yes, my drink is awesome. This is Terry's Bloody Mary, or I think Jay calls it a fruit smoothie.
Yep. Anything's possible. Let's take this, get this 2 and 4 home, Frank. Come on, one time.
So we have what, 60 minutes? Let's do,
I was
a quick
looking.
exercise, Kieran.
Okay.
Can we do the win parlay? Oh no, because we won't know. Look at the will pays for the pick threes, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna call up. So can you also look at the winners of the first 2 leg?
Yes, I can go back and forth. I can multitask.
And I'll use the morning line of the favorite here just to kind of get a gauge of what the parlay is. Because of all the things to pick on in horse racing, this dude constantly goes after the 15% takeout bets. Constantly.
Why? They don't understand.
Because if it's a free hot dog day and you get 1 per customer, he's going to bitch and moan that, why didn't I get 2?
Well, that's like when we said they're having $5 beers at the track on Friday. Why is it not 4? Or make it $4.99 so we think we're getting it cheaper.
I told him to, like, look at parks. You'll have a field day. You'll never run out of material. All right, so who won race 7? Calculate a $3 win. And maybe it's going to be terrible. I don't know. Whatever, but we'll learn a lesson anyway, right?
Well, just so you know, I did it for yesterday when they paid $32,000, Frank.
Yeah.
The win parlay paid $9,200.
Okay.
And the double.
Let's look at today.
And the double paid like 70% more as well. So we've
noticed typically though that Oaklawn doesn't have as much value as Santa Anita because the pool sizes are small, and maybe the CAWs get a better rebate there. I don't know, but this will be a good exercise because he is saying that 34% of the pick 3 pool came in at the last second from CAW. So let's see who won race. Was it 8 or 7?
We got to give them some credit. At least our tote system didn't crash when that happened, Frank.
They're really fast. Like if you have to take a pee break, they're already like ready for the next race. You're like, what did it pay? All right. Yeah. Race 7, Kieran. What was the price?
$11.40. $11.40. $11.40.
Oh, 11. Okay, sorry. $11.40. Yep.
With $16.
$16 next. And then the morning line on who's the favorite? The 11?
11 at 2 to 1.
So 2 to 1. Let's say it's 2 to 1 and pays $6, right?
Correct.
And $6. This is such good information, guys, because
oh my goodness, Frank.
This is what?
I didn't even notice this, and we actually had a video lined up for today that we didn't use where Mark Gelding was making fun about me betting any name that has Irish involved in it. Check out the breeding on the number 4. I literally just saw it right now. It'll blow your mind.
Double Irish.
Yeah, and look at the next.
I know, Kira. Or is
yes.
that Clara? No, that's Kira, right?
Yes.
No, it's Clara. It's Clara the Dam. But
is
still.
I thought it was.
I blew it up. It is, but it sure looks like your daughter's name.
All right.
Double Irish.
So
right now, if the horse does go off at 2 to 1, it looks like it's going to be an underlay. But this horse might get hammered into 6 to 5. You know, I have 7 to 5 on the double imputed odds.
So what do you have, and what is it spitting out saying it's going to pay?
410.
For the double?
No, the pick 3.
$410?
Yeah. So it's an underlay now.
Wow. And it's paying $99.
No, it's pick 3.
Oh, pick 3.
300 and something, right?
Oh yeah, pick 3 is paying $344, and you have it paying how much?
I have it paying 410. That's assuming the horse goes off at 2 to 1. The horse is going to probably go off at 7 to 5 if the double's correct.
But that's still 70% more. I mean, we've got 12 minutes, Frank. We could let's head on over to Keeneland and do their late double.
Well, hold on one second though. I want to see. Let's see if there's any hidden money because he said the CAWs came in on the pick 3. Anything look funky to you? The favorite is currently 2-1, 344. And the 9 is 599. And that is the second choice. So, Kira, the third choice on the tote is the 6 at 6-1. What's that pick 3 paying?
That pick 3 is paying
1100.
1193.
So, yeah, I don't see any super sneaky money because it's really all just about the 9 and the 11, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at the pick 4, 11, like dominant. Like the betting says the 11, the gates are going to open and it's going to win.
For fun. That's what I mean. I think the 11's probably going to go off at like 7-5. So the parlay
Even
might
the
change.
pick 5, dominant. Pick 6.
Kieran, how about this DTL crew? Kieran, both the double and the pick 3 pools outhandle the pick 4. The pick 4 is a dead bet. They need to zhuzh it up. They need to bring it back to life. They need to make it $1.
Dollar.
And a low takeout.
And that's where the CAW swim in the pick 4 as well, and the pick 5.
Now, here's the thing, Kieran. If the 11 wins, it might be an underlay because the CAWs love that horse. But if the 11 doesn't win, it's probably going to pay 20 times the parlay.
Correct. Yes.
Right? Every other combo is probably fantastic. So that's what we're saying. The CAWs, we don't care if they're in these pools.
Nope,
they have to be
do not
right.
care.
They actually have to bet like we bet.
They
They
can't
can't balance their books, right?
They can't muscle it around. And the key is, I mean, when we first started this show, low takeout, we were like, yes, yes, yes. But then we really quickly figured out it's got to be higher minimum as well. That's the great equalizer. Got to be. That's why, it was easy to pivot from Keeneland to Oaklawn today, because our late double here at Oaklawn is $5 versus $1 over there at Keeneland. And that makes a huge difference, I think. And we proved it on Friday, too, with the pays. I was actually looking at the late double today. I was doing the win parlay right now. 304 with 738.
Jay, you're 100% right. And Kieran, I've said this forever. The 50-cent minimum killed the pick 4 because the CAWs came in and ate every combination and squeezed out the retail player. The dollar pick 4 was fantastic. I don't mind a 50 cent for the pick 5, but the pick 4 has to be $1. Mm-hmm. End of story. Los Alamitos at night outhandles in their early pick 4 because it's $1. They outhandle what Oaklawn does at the back end of their card. That's ridiculous.
Frank, $1 win parlay
For
the
what?
late double at Keeneland.
Yeah.
Paid 304 with 738. It says 22.44. The double paid 5.75
$1?
for $1.
What would the? I'm more interested in what the pick 3 paid. The $3 pick 3.
Yeah, so now I'm going to do that one.
But it sounds like the computers were wrong about the last race, huh?
No, the computers were dead.
I thought the double paid more than the parlay.
No, the win parlay was $22. The double paid $5.75, 75% less.
Wow. And that's with
we've never seen such a discrepancy,
That is with a 15% takeout, Kieran.
Yes,
you cannot have the $3 late pick 3 without the $1 double. But let's see about the pick 3. Wow, they handled 422. Man, they fire away at Keeneland.
But they yap and complain till the sun, and then they end up still playing it though.
That handle would be even better if they had a $5 double.
Oh, yeah, they probably
goodness.
figure the guys will gamble, and they don't need it.
All right, you want me to give you the prices, or you want to give
I've
me the
got
prices?
it's $12.88 with 304 and 738.
So let me do real quick in my head. I like to try to do the math in my head. So this is a $3 late pick 3, right? So
Yes.
it's $1. So that's 450 times 7 is what? 28. 20, like called $31. Half
Yep.
that, that's 15. Oh no, wait. I started in the wrong leg. So 12, so 19 times 3, call it 20. 20 times 3 is 60, half that 30. 30 times 7 is 210, half that. That's what is half 210?
105.
That's so I'll get a little juice. I would say the win parlay should be like around 115, 120.
Mine came out at 108 and it paid.
Yeah, I'm close. I'm very close, man, with my stupid math brain.
And it paid out 116, only $8 more.
Yeah. That's because the CAWs, they can't manipulate that market, but they can spend money in that market because they don't have to come back and play a $5 double. They only have to pay a $1 double to balance their books. So,
And actually, I miscalculated, Frank, when I did the $1 win parlay for the double. It comes out at 560. The double paid 575.
yeah, there's hardly any juice there.
So you got to have the higher minimums. And if there's anything we could convince people of, do not run away from these higher minimum bets. You're going to spend that money anyway. And if your budget is only $30 for the bet, be tighter.
Right.
Simple as that. Just don't.
But I would suggest, though, if you have the choice between playing a track that has just a $3 late pick 3 or a track that has a $3 late pick 3 and a $5 double, I would lean toward that. But let's see what happens here, Kieran, because if the 11 wins, it's probably going to be an underlay, and we don't like to see that. But the horse now at 8-5. I think the horse is going to keep coming in. Why don't we use the trifecta probable tool? Oh, wait, we don't have one.
Yeah, they don't. They want that.
PAW friendly tracks do not allow the probable.
And
But if you listen to Scott Chaney, we're unhinged.
but
The CAWs don't have an advantage.
when the tracks will not show the trifecta probable, Frank, that automatically in my ear is, oh wow, the CAWs really control those tracks.
Yeah, CAW, yes, correct.
And we saw the same. It went away for the Breeders' Cup. So I mean, we didn't think we'd see odds changes at the Breeders' Cup, and we did. Like, I was shocked when we saw some of those odds change at the Breeders' Cup, Frank. I was like, wow.
Okay, while we have a couple of minutes, Kieran, Terry just got off the phone with Sophia, Serafine Carmona's partner, and some really good news. He's out of the hospital in a rehab facility.
Great.
It's still going to be a long road, but he is doing way better than anyone expected. And also she said that somebody in that, I don't want to get specifically, but somebody helped them out financially, stepped up from that area and did the right thing. So even better news. We have to stick together. We are a family. Even trainers or jockeys we don't like. Everybody has a brother or sister they don't like, right?
People don't realize it is a very dangerous job.
No, it's horrible.
Very, very dangerous job.
And now they got to count how many whips they're doing. Is it the first finish line? Is it the second finish line? During a race, the jockey should only be thinking about one thing.
Win. And get the horse home safe.
Two things. Yeah. Get everybody come home safe, horse and jock, and win the race. Do your best to win the race. Oh wait, was that 2 whips? Wait, hold on. Timeout. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid. But anyway, we won't go off on that. But anyway, it's nice to hear some good news. All right, how are we doing here?
We're 3 minutes away.
All right, so your top picks are the 9 and the 11, right? But how about the 4? Because I guarantee you that the computer, that's not a computer horse, right? Or maybe it is. I don't know.
It's gone up.
Do a win bet on your 2 long shots, 2 and 4.
It's gone up like so much. I'm definitely doing a bet on the 4 just because of what I saw. And Mark making fun of my Irish nonsense.
Double Irish.
And it's not why I did it. I will do it sometimes, but that's not why. I'll do win show.
And there's one more thing about Seraphin and Sophia. Kieran, we met them, and you were with us at the Belly Up. But we met them after at another place at Red Tractons. We both there for the permanently disabled jockey fund, the PDJ.
Oh, it's a great event every year. Oh, we have so much fun
So,
with that thing.
You know, if you ever have a big score and you want to donate a little bit of money, donate it to the jockeys and donate it to aftercare. Give a little bit back. It's a shame that we even have to say that because, you know, the rich owners and breeders should be taking care of all this stuff. But we like to give back too, because without the horses, you know, we're nothing. We're nothing. We'd be gambling on goldfish racing.
Oh, yeah. What? I didn't think it was a parody, but I was flipping through the channels and it was like one of the things said the Donking Championship. And I flipped it on and it was dudes flipping a stuffed animal and landing in a circle. And they had referees and stuff. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Wait, what are they doing?
It was called the Donking Championship. Someone probably knows what it is. They were standing 6 feet away and tossing like a stuffed animal of some sort. And I had to land in a circle, and they were getting points. I thought it was a parody, and I flipped on because we were going live. But I was like, I've seen ones. Have you seen the roof ball ones where they bet?
Oh yeah, I actually love those. I used to play that as a kid. I love them. What do you like them, or do you think it's silly? I think it's awesome.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's the only things we can actually go see now. When you go to a sporting event now, a beer is like $900 on your firstborn.
Well, yeah, once the CAWs kill off the sport, we're going to set up a prediction market for roof ball.
There probably is one already.
Yeah, there probably is. Yeah, and the clip that I saw, they like did it almost like a real sports broadcast. Did you see that one? They had like graphics. They had 2 commentators going on. It's hysterical. Absolutely love that. It was funny. You were too busy playing hurling.
Yes, that is a dangerous sport there. Yeesh.
The national sport of Ireland. You picked the 2 hardest sports, hurling and rugby.
Yeah. And then there's Gaelic football. That's the one like Australian rules football type.
No wonder you're a little concussed, a little brain addled.
I was looking so our next show, opening day Friday, Frank, they've already got the cards out, already drawn.
Well, I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I got to talk to Chappie.
Oh, that's true.
That's Chappie Day. No, we're absolutely going to do that. I'm excited to get back to Santa Anita, and also.
Are you sure he's going to have you on, Frank? Because I mean, it's out there. Well, actually, we'll see. I mean,
well, you didn't pay him? I thought you were paying him.
Absolutely. Don't let him know. No. Yeah, I'm done paying. It's over.
I made good money on that because as soon as he went back into the Logan, he Venmo'd me half.
Uh-huh.
That's a little scam. Oh, look at Jay. I love Jay. When will they make drinking beer a sport? Well, we can make it a sport on the show every time I say Matrix or Kieran says Gold Phoenix or Hara. We'll have to figure out what the word is. You take.
I did not say that. This is the first show where I've not said that, and I'm not going to either.
But you didn't mention Golden Phoenix.
Said the other one. Where's my?
You haven't mentioned Golden Phoenix yet. All right, they're loading. You didn't even hear me. Golden Phoenix. Good luck, everybody. Yeah. We'll be back. Thank you for reminding me, Jake, because I unmuted myself before. Kieran puts me in the studio when I'm not ready, so that's sometimes why that happens. Whoever runs the studio has to let the other person enter at his leisure.
Okay.
How about that? So here, Kieran, we have to do the horse is 4 to 5.
Oh, but I actually think, Frank, that is the first Franklin bet I've won myself since we've done Franklin. Because it's usually been hedges with your horses since day one. That's the first one I broke my Franklin curse.
So yeah, let's go through this because here's your. So if you listen to a handicapping show on Tuesday and these were your tickets, and you put them in this morning, you win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one hits? The $10 double.
Yep.
I can't tell. Can you just read like what?
$10 double.
10 with 11,
10 with
right?
9-11.
No, but the 10-11 is the winning combo, and that's the 2 times, right? Yeah.
Yep, 2 times, correct.
So it's 99. It's 100, right? So that's good.
Yep.
I thought did my pivot hit? I thought I had a pivot that hit. Oh, right here. So we won.
Yeah.
You won twice. So here's the thing. When we did the parlay, I was basing it on a 2-to-1 payout. This horse went off at 4 to 5. It's probably going to be closer to the parlay than not. I don't know. We'll do the math.
We'll see. We will see.
Oh my God, Kieran! I'm just looking right now. This horse had $99,000 on him or her to win. Wow.
And
this
32
is AW darling.
Yeah, they loved it, and I mean, are we official yet? If so, it paid double paid $99, Frank.
Yeah, I have it once, you have it twice, so that's good for you. You like have a nice tiny little winning day. I get some of my pick 3 money back, so that's really good.
And you said what did the win parlay pay on that?
Well, now we have to figure it out.
$16.
I did it based on 2-to-1. So hold on, let me get back. Calculate a free. You have a $3 win parlay with horses that paid. Okay, first leg.
$11.40.
$11.40. And I want to thank you for the 10 horse, Kieran, because my pivot. I singled the 11, but my pivot is I ended up using your 10, so that worked out good for me.
And I even said I thought it should have gone off as the favorite. And you were like, well, I wrote notes about it. It made it easier for you to use it, because you thought similar to me that it would be a much lower price.
Yeah, I did. It was 5-to-1 morning line, but your notes are very good, by the way, except when you say nope.
Yeah, well, actually, after Steve-O came on and said the nope double,
nope double hit.
I was like, yeah, and then it was one of those things like people don't realize that. I mean, you'll talk to it, Frank, because you write a novel about this. This is not easy writing notes on every horse, especially when you just want to skip and go, and when you
really it's hard to be right like 3 races in a row.
Yeah, and you're like, and then we do the all turf. It's another race, and then you're like, well, I mean, I'm going to do this one too, and you're like, the next thing you know, you've written a bunch of stuff, and it just drains you doing it. So, but when you do it, you do find stuff. So,
but also, you know what, Kieran? Why I love this show so much, and I love the bet so much is the handicapping is there. Like we're all good handicappers. Yes, we're going to miss something, but we're getting. This is all about gambling. This is about making money, and that's why we have all these different ticket constructions, and that's why we pivot in real time because we have the information. And I'm not saying anything about the handicapping shows because I do a ton of them. They are useful. Our audience is very smart. I know they do their own handicapping. They listen to other things too, but you guys come prepared. You're ready for battle. We are in the moment. All right.
And I spent $20 because, and I got out of that race with a good price, and that $20 had me looking at possibly 1,300 plus for $20, and that was me looking through what the will page were, and I was like, well, I got the chalky chalks covered, but if there's chaos, I could really stack up some money.
For a second there, I forget if it was the 2 or the 4, but it was one of your long
I thought
shots.
the 4. I thought
on the
the 4.
inside. I thought it would come up the wood.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, oh, come on with this 4. Yes.
Yeah. For a second there, I was like, oh.
And then it just had nothing.
That horse flattened out. The other one just one for fun. But anyway,
right, so
that was a good pick. So I have 1140 in race. That's race 7. Race 8.
16.
That's Ballard. Yeah, we talked about it. I was like, well, the horse has never routed before, but you're like, I like the way this horse has been closing. Anyway, and 4 to 5 shot. How much?
$3.80.
So I like to do it real quick in my head, just keep my brain sharp and dementia. So 1140, half of that, let's call it $6. So 17 times 16 here on.
Blah, blah.
What was that? Sorry. What's half of 16? It's 8.
I do this is a good exercise because I want people at home to be able to figure it out. If they're at the racetrack and they don't have access to this stuff, you do the quick math in your head just to get a general idea. So 17 times 16.
Like 350-ish without
half that.
170-ish.
Okay, 170 times let's call it 4. We'll call it $4.
170 times 4 or 2?
Yeah.
170
times 4.
It's like 480.
Half that.
240.
All right, I'm going to say the parlay paid, the $3 win parlay would have paid $260. But I already know it's going to be less than the $3 pick 3. Based on my caveman math. $259. I said $260.
And it was $344, so you
exactly.
You
know what? Jackpot Kim, bring them on. Bring on the CAW.
33. We keep saying it, like they're not going away. Let them eat each other alive and get their rebates playing in the other exotic pools, swim in this pool. We had a meeting the other day and we were talking to them. We're like, these bets are great. Our handle is higher than it's ever been. And how many people actually say in gambling that their handle is higher than it's ever been, Frank? And it's because of these low takeouts. We adjusted our bets. And he even said, I should start calling myself California Pick 3. So I actually forgot I own that domain, so I changed my handle to California Pick 3. So if you do go to it,
really? Well, you got to do it on X also.
Well, they won't
reposted everything.
Yeah, if you change your name there, I didn't change my handle. I just owned the domain, and now it directs if you do California Pick 3.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You can't change your name, and it messes with stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's all about the Pick 3.
What about on your passport? I think you should go by California Pick 3 on your passport.
Oh, jeez, no, it's hard enough traveling as it is.
DTL Crew, anybody hit anything? What's going on? Any thoughts, comments? Like Kieran said, Santa Anita starts back up on Friday of next week, and we welcome back our Venezuelan fans. We are the 4th most popular horse-playing gambler/comedic duo in Venezuela. Terry likes King Kieran.
We've got. I was actually just looking at the Friday card, Frank. We got a 9-horse field at the end, 7-horse field, and a 9-horse field to start the Pick 3, and an 8-horse field for the all turf in race 5, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So we've got some.
Do you have fields. Do you have jockey access? How many mounts does Jaramillo have?
Let me see.
Is he part of the show?
They don't usually. Let me see if they've got any of the PP. They usually just have the horse. Oh, actually, they do have the jockeys. Let's see.
The overnights are out. Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah. Jaramillo. Did I say it correctly?
I hope he's in the nightcap, because we'll have to end the show on Santa Anita for Chappie, and then everybody can come over to our feed and talk about Jaramillo.
I do not see him on any, but maybe it's just because my search is not working and they don't really have them listed, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. You know what? We have plenty of time to figure it out. I want to look at the pools again. 140. Wow. So the double was 147. That's fantastic for them.
Oh,
Can
for
you
them?
look and see what last Sunday was?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. DTL Crew comes with their wallets because they're like us. We play what the CAWs tell us is happening, and we make money off them. And the low takeout and high mins make it easy. All right.
Our man Jay, look at that. Got the double twice, just like you, Kieran. He comes to play. Sorry there were no Los Al horses we could evaluate here because your opinions on those horses have been gold at Santa Anita. But we'll be back there soon. What about Keeneland? Anybody hit anything at Keeneland? I know Dan H. was playing the all-turf. Anyone have Derby opinions, whatever it is? Kieran and I like to stay on after because we like to do a little research. But
So what was
hit those
the
comments,
double
hit the like
today,
and
Frank?
subscribe. Like and subscribe.
What was the double today, Frank?
Today, the double was, I think it's pretty good for them, 147.
Last year it was 59.3, Frank.
Well, no, okay, that's great. But we'll do last year, but then I also want you to do last Saturday.
And last
I
Saturday.
mean, Sunday to Sunday. But stay on that page, though. The pick 3 today was 138.
Pick 3 last year was 70 on this day last year, the 13th.
Okay. Well, let's just do the rest for fun. Pick 4, 133.
Pick 4, 128.
Only $7,000. No, less. $5,000 more. Wow. While our pools are like triple. Okay,
Yep.
the pick 5 was 200.
157.
Okay, a little better. That's not
Well,
bad.
that's
I
when
wanna
the
see
CAW, the CAW
Yeah.
swimming both those bets, and the retail swims in here, and we take the money that they get on the rebate from the other 2 bets.
I want to see every handle up. Bring horse
Yeah.
racing back again. I don't mind. Let the CAWs have their jackpots and whatever.
Yeah, those stupid bets. Yeah.
And you know what? I welcome them in the double and pick 3 pools because they have to be right. And even when they're right, it still pays more than the parlay.
And when they're
All right.
wrong, we get paid
Oh.
exponentially more. And like we've seen some
Exactly.
things, we've gotten paid like holy smokes. I still remember that first weekend, Frank, where we had a 5-2 and a 6-5, and it paid like $500 for a $5 double at Del Mar. I mean,
Kieran is being very gracious. When he says we, he actually means he. Because you came out like a house on fire, man. You were hitting everything. Okay, can you go to last Sunday? I don't know if it was a big day for them or not. Let's just see.
All right, so that would
Easter.
be
They
Sunday.
didn't race on Easter.
They didn't race on. Yeah, there was no racing for them. Oh,
Okay, we'll go back to the
no, it
previous
was
Sunday.
April 6th. Last year was April 6th. Was a
No,
Sunday.
not last year. This year.
Oh, this year I'm going to look at.
Yeah, I want to compare Sundays. How have their Sundays been this year?
So what
Remember we
day?
did that for Friday?
Yes, I mean today's the. Oh wait.
Yeah, I don't
Last
think
year,
they
this
didn't
year.
race on Easter. Last week was Easter, the 5th.
All right.
Right.
Last week I don't think they did not race last week. So the week
Okay, go
before.
to the 29th of March.
All right.
And
29th
tell
of
me
March.
what you got.
29th of March.
What the
They did not-
$5 double?
They did
what
not
was the
race. They did not race on the 29th.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, because that was after the Arkansas Derby, I guess. All right,
Yes.
let's go back another week.
Yeah, I think Saturday was their big closing-ish day. or whatever.
What a gig! I mean, how many days off do these guys get? They run 4 months out of the year. So not the 20. How about the 22nd? Let's try that.
All right. Hang on.
Sunday, March 22nd. Tell me what the pools are.
March 22nd, Oaklawn Park. 9 race card. The double was 72,282.
147. We doubled their handle. You're welcome, Oaklawn. Pick 3.
62,920.
138,000. DTL Crew, you guys rock.
Doubled. Yep.
Wow. Double? Double their last Sunday.
But hey,
Let's
that's
wrap
okay.
it up before I get really angry.
Off to Santa Anita. the track that appreciates the retail gamblers in a huge way. People just don't realize it. They know where the growth is, and
Kieran, Santa Anita gets so much undeserved crap from people who are completely clueless. They
who
have
never
no
gamble there.
idea how much better we are out here than any other track. How is Oaklawn not doing better numbers? How is that possible?
They should be doing monstrous numbers, especially
They
on a
should
day
be-
like today when Keeneland ends and you don't have Santa Anita. You know what I mean? Like, even on a normal weekend, you should be doing crazy numbers on the weekend as people flip back and forth. But I think
There was no Santa Anita this weekend. Their pick 5 pool should have been $800,000. It's
easily
like,
with this
and
kind of
they
racing,
welcome the CAWs, so I don't know what's going on.
and they swim in this pool, as someone said, but let them swim. There's no getting rid of these guys, but we can swim along with them, and we're like the little sucker fish sucking money off them when they do stuff wrong, and we can see what they're doing in these pools. We can see what's going on and adjust.
Kieran, they were right about that horse. That horse won for
absolutely.
Fun. And it still paid more than the parlay.
Yep. You said the parlay was how much? I'm going to do a tweet here. So the $3
$259.92.
paid $259.
92. Yeah. Well, yeah. Penny breakage, very important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very important penny breakage. I'll take those 2 cents. That's Mark Gelding's bonus at the end of the year.
Yeah. A case of beer. I offered him a case, and he went, "No, I'll take a 12-pack."
Yeah,
Stop trying to mess with me.
Dude, you tried to trick him.
Yep.
He outsmarted you, huh? So you gave him a case, which you offered him 24 beers. He wouldn't settle for anything more than 12. And right off the jump, he was drinking one, and he gave us 2. So 12 minus 3 is what, 9?
Yep.
He got paid 9 beers for that day.
How much difference was the double, Frank? It paid 99. What was the win parlay?
Oh, I didn't think we did the double, actually. So let me go.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, we did not do the double. Okay, let me find it. Oh yeah. So calculate. I'm gonna think it's probably good at 99, but maybe not. Calculate $5
While you're
win
doing
parlay.
we appreciate the crew coming in and like we said, support the tracks that support you, even though they kind of don't advertise it. Some of these East Coast tracks are kind of reluctant to do it, but when they start seeing their pools just jump up, and you keep the retail guys happy, the horse players on Twitter are never going to be happy. They'll always find something.
Always. Always. I can't believe this Jackpot Kim wastes his time trying to knock the bet, like the only good thing we have. The only good thing. That's why he's Jackpot Kim. He's a North Korean dictator. Okay, so what? 16 and 380?
Yes.
What did it pay?
$99.
No. Do I have the numbers 16 and 380?
16 and 380, correct.
Okay. So once again, Frank's going to do his caveman math, because if you're at the track and have to figure it out yourself, this is a $5 win parlay. Okay, it paid 16 for 2. So 16 plus 16 is 32, and then 8, that's $40. Let's call it $4. 40 times 4 is what?
160.
Half that.
80.
The parlay should pay about $80, $83. Oh,
Hey, man, what did you come up with officially?
Where's the pay? I'm getting a spinning wheel of death here. Hold on, let me do it again. I think the CAWs hacked. I got hacked by the CAWs.
No, you used your
Bitcoin from $76 the parlay.
You used your allotment, because what's going to happen with AI? They're going to get everyone hooked on it, just like they did on streaming. Streaming's free or $2. Then when you're hooked on it, all right, now it's $99 a month.
You know that the AI models are based on humans, because the more you The more you ask, the dumber it gets.
Yep.
But anyway, $76.
Wow.
They pay 99, right?
Yeah, but I mean, look at the difference with Keeneland. So we had Keeneland fractionally paid more. This one paid way more, and the difference was the $5. I mean, going back to Keeneland, can you just do this again for me, friend? What did 304 with 738 pay?
For $1 or $2? What's the double?
Buck. For $1.
Calculate. Hold on. $1 win parlay.
Yeah.
You have a $1 double payout, right? Just to confirm.
Yes. $1
Okay,
double.
$1 win parlay with horses that paid what?
Paid 304 and 738.
So that's $1.50 and 738.
Yep.
So what is $1.50 times 350?
$1.50 times 350, 450. $5.
$5. Probably should have paid $5 to $7, I would guess. But I never do $1. $5.60.
Yeah, they paid $5.75, fractionally less because they could cover a gazillion combinations.
But you know what though? It paid a little more because they do have a 15% takeout on all their
the takeout
doubles.
was the only difference, but the $1 eliminated the 30% spread that we saw. You know what I mean on the other one.
Oh no, believe me, I'm not saying it's value, but the only reason it paid a little more is because of the takeout, 15%. Let's do their pick 3 and let's do their all turf. Calculate a $3 win parlay with horses.
But I mean, Frank, even to that point, it paid 2.5% more, and the difference in the takeout is what, 9%. It was the lower minimum that crushed everyone on that. You know.
Yeah, I'm going to think that if it was logical, I'm going to think the win parlay is probably less as well. I mean, like slightly less or better because the CAWs they don't have to spend as much money dominating those markets. With the $5 double, they have to be right. So do you want to do the pick 3? Do you have those?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the first leg?
1288.
1288. Don't worry, I'm not going to do the math this time. I've already proven my math skills. 1288, what, 304?
304.
And 738?
738.
This is a very logical sequence based on the payouts. So let's see if there's any juice for us. 108.
99.
Less.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew it was going to be less.
No, I was going off memory. Sorry. It was.
Oh, no, 99 was the double.
Yeah. 116 it paid.
$8 more.
Only $8 though.
And you know why, Keeneland Jim? You're right. People don't care about takeout because you don't give them the right bets to play.
Correct.
And you don't educate the public.
So if you're watching the show for the first time, Santa Anita will be back next week. If you don't bet there, come. The higher takes or the lower takeouts and the higher minimums at Santa Anita and Del Mar, and the way the bets are tied together and they actually like the horse player, take your money there. The field's going to, I mean, for this Friday, Frank, those are pretty decent sized fields when we're seeing decimation at the likes of, Aqueduct and I think this card
gets a bad rap on their field sizes because they only look at the 2-year-old and 3-year-old stakes races where Baffert has 3 horses and no one wants to run against him.
And the same people buy all those horses, and then, then you ship your horse out to places like Keeneland and they scratch you.
Well, yeah.
19 scratches today. That is just.
Can we do one more thing, Kieran? I would like to do the all turf.
Okay.
Do you have those numbers?
Which races were the all turf today?
I don't know, but I can probably find out pretty quickly.
Let me see. I can go Keeneland all turf. It'll probably. Oh, here we go. It was started in what?
5, 7, and 9, I think, right? It's got to be 5, 7, 9. The last 3 turf races were 5, 7, 9.
How About Now was whoever was How About Now. Which race was How About Now? Yes, so 5, 7, 9. Yes, Frank. 792.
Okay. Hold on. $3 win parlay with horses that paid what's and the reason that Karen, I really believe that because we've figured this out, we've been doing it so long. The reason the all turf typically doesn't pay as good as the late pick 3 is because it's not tied to a double, $5 double.
Yes, your money's dead and they forget about it and they don't bet more in the other pools.
Okay.
Give everyone a
$3 win parlay with horses that paid how much? First leg?
792.
792. Okay, leg 2.
1288.
Well, that was the Gratefully race that she got scratched. And
738.
very formful. Probably going to be close or not as good. Let's see. $3 parlay with horses that paid 792, 1288, 738. Survey says 282.
Oh wait, let me go here. Show results. What did you say? 282?
Yeah.
Paid 394.
Okay, well that's good. Very
So
good.
there was higher, and that was the one that had the higher minimum.
I'm pretty sure that the CAWs probably aren't playing that because they don't want to tie their money up. They don't have to wait 2 dirt races before they can get their pay.
Yeah, and they can't adjust enough on the other sequences to get it back. So that really is a retail friend. And we do it at, for Santa Anita, all turf. And we've not seen the giant pays yet. But man, when we start seeing some giant pays, I think everyone's going to start, oh, okay. If they gave us a in-between bet, it would really juice those.
So just on the anecdotal evidence that we've done, yeah, you could still play the late pick 3 at Keeneland because it's fun and it's a low takeout. But you're probably better off doing the all turf because we just saw today that it paid exponentially more than the parlay, while the late pick 3 paid about the same. Real quick, Tippy, I'm not going to be at Santa Anita Saturday. I don't know if I'm doing Chappie's show or not, but I think I am because I'm now an official member. But anyway, Kieran, take us out. Good job. He hit it twice. I hit it once. I know Jay hit it twice. Hope the DTL crew made money.
Well, as always, guys, believe it or not, tracks are listening to our gambling. So just keep supporting these tracks, but especially support the ones in California. Back to Santa Anita on Friday. We'll send out the show times, but thanks for watching, everyone.
Get out, get up, get paid.
Told my wife, babe, I'm in Santa Anita, wallet already on life support. They hit me with that low takeout, now I'm feeling kinda sport. 15%, bro, that's basically free money. I'm about to turn $11 into a yacht by Monday. Low takeout best, cha-ching. Double trouble, I'm doing this thing, my pocket's doing the running, man. Low takeout best, what? Bookie's crying in the can. Low takeout baby, 3 straight lawns. If this thing hits, I'm buying the whole damn barn. Grass to grass, no dirt in my life. I'm so all turf, I might start photosynthesize. Santa Anita, low takeout got me acting unwise. Told my wife, babe, I'm rich, now she want alimony twice. Double trouble on the mic, we causing the scene. Low takeout, was all turf and retirement dream. If we hit this pick 3, tell the valet keep the change. We're reading lobster tonight on a $12 range. Boom! Thank you, Santa Anita, good night.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube. Get out, get up, get paid.